I'm good. My water's over there.
Jesus, yeah. You can kind of turn your body squared towards me.
I tell people often, the more money I had to be involved in raising, the shorter my hair got. In any community, doesn't matter whether it's suburban or urban, there's always a percentage of youth and families that have challenges. Parents are having trouble parenting adolescents. Teens are having trouble adjusting in a family life situation that's not the healthiest. The big need that was put on the table was that a lot of the young people they were ministering to were homeless. Back in the early 70s, if living at home wasn't viable for you as an 18, 19, 20-year-old, there weren't any resources. That's pretty critical when you understand the development of outreach for this reason. How do you get in front of that? How do we go into that environment and start wrapping around those families so we're meeting kids as early as first grade and providing services that support them in their family life and support their parents? In '78, our first two staff members that joined me, the glasses? Yeah, well, they've changed a few times, sir.
We look around the community and there are literally thousands of families that need help. We need to do something. Over a period of time, we began to create this idea for a true community center located right there in the neighborhood.
Very early years of outreach was a combination of growing the ministry to troubled teens and then get into working with families. This was an opportunity to develop a holistic ministry. That led very quickly to the family counseling center concept, youth and family. That model we've kept for 50 years. It's core to our ministry, and the reason is simple. It's the very best way to do it, and it's the most powerful witness. And one other thing changed quite a bit in 1990, and that was a recognition that we could start to do some of our growth with intentional partnerships with individual or a small group of churches. We were the first organization that said we want to be community-based, and if what we're doing is needed in other communities, we want to mobilize churches in that community and volunteers in that community to do that. And why? Because those resources are local.
It's one thing to create a program, one size fits all, but outreach was dedicated to tailoring services to the needs of individual communities. And in order to do that, we have to utilize services that are holistic.
In the midst of doing it, you're not recognizing how paradigm shifting this is. That was something that Mark Taylor and I did.
Outreach is, in many respects, an extension of the work of the church right here in our local communities.
How did you pull this off? And I said, along with some key people, mobilize the churches.
Currently, we're building on the foundation. We're creating an infrastructure that enables the organization to scale so that we can generate as much impact in Chicagoland as is possible.
People often ask me, if it's stressful having to raise resources and mobilize. Yeah, at one level, it's a lot of work. But it is never emotionally stressful in this way. This isn't on me. I'm doing this with Christ. I'm doing it with the Spirit. God is at work. The Spirit is at work. If you commit to tough work, new work, if you commit it to God, He's with you. Makes all the difference in the world.